What's up, everybody? Welcome to Why We Love Horror. This is a special edition of Why We Love Horror, special edition number 10. And like I said, this past week, we had a lot of movies drop. Everyone's seeing The Substance. Everyone's loving The Substance. We're covering that tomorrow on Why We Love Horror. Don't worry. Never Let Go also dropped. And then a third movie came out this week. Very limited release. I am talking about a movie maybe you never heard of it. Maybe you did see it. It's called The Shade.
Come on. Shoes by the door, coat in the rack.
Yep, I know.
Hey, man.
Welcome home.
Yeah, Mom told me you were, coming back.
Jamie, you gonna give your big brother a hug or what?
Are you ever gonna talk to me about what happened?
Why would you bring that up right now?
When was your last panic attack?
Last night, I saw something. It's hard to explain. First time I saw her was in my brother's room.
How many times have you seen her since?
A few.
Who's down there?
Can you think of a reason why you might be experiencing hallucinations?
How could it be a hallucination if Jason saw her?
Did he tell you he saw something?
I lost track of her.
You lost track of who?
Nothing. I'm fine.
I think she's why he came home.
Help me. Help me. Help me!
I saw her ride.
Remember, if this thing you're seeing is only happening in your mind, it can't hurt you.
And that is The Shade. And I got to say right off the bat, I enjoy the concept of The Shade. I'll say that much. This is kind of in that 21st century, 2020s trend of generational trauma, mental health horror, I'd say, which we see a lot of A24 horror films do this. Basically, there is a family, the Beckman family, and without getting into supernatural terms, if you were to look at them objectively as an outsider, you'd say that there is definitely genetic mental health issues. They suffer from depression. They suffer from anxiety. And the father of the family, the cold open of the movie is basically him. He kills himself, but he and all the male members of the family can see figures. They could see shrouded figures, and they could see this one particular demonic harpy figure that haunts them and basically drives them to commit suicide. Think Smile, but more like level. They're forced into killing themselves. And so he has 3 sons with his wife. We have our main character, Ryan, Jason, and then there's a younger brother named James. And they all also see this harpy and the shrouded figures. And without really getting too much into like the mechanics of it, it eventually drives them crazy the longer they hang around. The mechanism of how they go crazy isn't really explained, though you figure it's just a metaphor for mental illness throughout the movie. And that is The Shade. And it's basically, I guess, at all told, a motivational kind of movie about mental health. But let's throw up spoilers and talk about it a little bit. So Ryan's our main character. Ryan is a college-age kid because he is going to classes, but he's no longer in high school. He is studying to be a tattoo artist. Like, he's an artist. He also works at a pizza place to make ends meet. Dad has died. Mom has him. There's an older brother, Jason. He went to college, and now he's back for some reason. And then James is like older elementary, young middle school age brother. And like I said, The negative of this movie, though, I'll say, is this movie is long. For the story it's telling, I think this would have been a tight, like 80 to 90-minute movie, but it goes on for over 2 hours, and they kind of recycle the same themes over and over and over again. It's a lot of just like dread, sitting around, waiting, getting hollowed out by mental illness, and then eventually taking your own life. Throughout the movie, only one other person, the older brother, Jason, low hangs himself off of like a dresser in his bedroom, and then they find him, and like it's so objectively, if you were an outsider, it would just look like this family is depressed, they commit suicide. The other negative thing I'll say about this movie is I don't know if people in the Chicago area are just like this. Everyone in this movie treats everyone else in this movie like shit. Whether you're a minor character conversing with the main characters or the main characters conversing with each other, everyone is just mean to each other, with the exception of a few small interactions. Usually when they're interacting with the little brother, sometimes when the mom is interacting with the sons, it's fine. But like the best friend, his name is Nicholas Silva. He is like a gay Hispanic friend, but he's just like a catty, bitchy gay man to everybody. They have a coworker named Dan, and he and Ryan and Nicholas, it's just, they just treat each other like shit. It is the most dysfunctional pizza place you'd ever want to order pizza from. Nick's catty and mean to everybody. Ryan's moody, mean to everybody. He has a girlfriend named Alex. They seem to love each other, but like every other minute, he's like so distraught that he like is like neglecting her and turning his back on her. And of course, like, you know, the older brother Jason is struggling and he treats everybody like shit. It's a lot of treating people like shit. It's a lot. And it goes on for a very long time. Eventually, like I said, the older brother claims his own life, and then it's kept with the middle brother Ryan and the younger brother James. They confront this demon, and the movie ends with Ryan defiantly giving this demon figure the middle finger. So take that, depression, and that is the message we're supposed to take away from this shade. So the movie's okay. I can fix it. This movie's too goddamn long, man. 2 hours and 7 minutes. Like, they have commercials that are like 90 seconds that get the message you're getting in this movie across in 90 seconds. You did not need 127 minutes to tell this story. I think that is the main downfall of this movie, is the fact that like you get what's going on. You get the gravity. You don't need to be in that situation watching this movie for over 2 hours. Also, if anybody in this movie was truly friends with people or truly loved each other, and we showed a little bit of humanity in this movie, I think it also would have shown a little bit better. If just one character was like somebody I'd like to spend time with, I think this movie would be a lot better. But let's see how I land. All told, I think movies about mental health, and especially movies about anxiety, depression, that accurately reflect mental health, which I think this movie does. I think it does accurately reflect somebody who is struggling with both crippling anxiety and depression and situational depression from like, you know, just the bleakness and grief that the family's having. I think those are all good. The movie just suffers from just being overly long and the characters just being poorly constructed. So I'm just a little bit below 3 stars, but 2.5 stars. I think this movie definitely had a ton of promise. I do like the way it was directed. Tyler Shipman did a good job with that. It's just the decisions they made with the final product could have been cleaned up a lot, and we could have definitely polished this up a lot. So 2.5. Check it out if you want. If you're into movies about mental health, you'll like it. That being said, that's the end of the episode. So if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group, Why We Love Horror. Go to the TikTok at WWL Horror. And if you do get a second, go over to the Face of Horror page. I'm running for your Face of Horror for 2024. Go to that web. Vote for me. You can vote once a day. Vote daily. Vote often. Tell your friends. Pay for votes if you want to, because you can. And that's great. I appreciate all the support you give me. But otherwise, we're going to keep putting out programming on this channel. Mondays is Versus. Tuesdays is a Horror Headlines At Least. Wednesdays, you're watching it. It's the Why We Love Horror or Why We Love Horror Trivia special editions, or kind of run over episodes. Thursday, Why We Love Horror, covering the substance tomorrow. I hope to see you there. And this Friday, Why We Love Horror Trivia. It is the singles championship match. Dylan Van Dyne defending that title against the winner of the Why We Love Horror Trivia singles tournament, Rose Lindsay. So we hope to see you there for all those shows. And we appreciate you watching any of the shows. So we'll see you next time.